How's it going, guys? It's Friday, April 12th, and I got you this week's saltwater video full of some fun and interesting fish. Let's start us right out. Get into the meat of it all because we've got an awesome selection of some really cool fish to go over this week. We're going to start ourselves out with this awesome little flame hawk fish, personal favorite of mine. Following that up, we have another personal favorite of mine, the gorgeous pearl scale butterfly fish. Really awesome butterfly fish. There's really awesome, like, dragon scale looking pattern on the side of their body. Absolutely love them. And speaking of awesome butterflies, we also have a beautiful little copper band, as well as a gorgeous powder blue tang, little blue hippo tang. Well, not so little actually, a pretty big one. One spot fox face, gorgeous Fiji fox face, big ornate leopard wrasse, as well as a handful of some gorgeous little anthias, and another personal favorite of mine I'm excited about. That adorable little guy back there that I wish the camera would focus on is a skunk tile goby. There he goes. Now the camera's focusing at least a little bit. Adorable little skunk tile goby. Really awesome fish. Absolutely love them. Moving right along, we've got yet another gorgeous pearl scale butterfly. Absolutely beautiful, as well as a beautiful big male lyre-tailed anthias. Another gorgeous razor wrasse, if you remember the razor wrasse from last week, as well as big beautiful Midas Lenny, who just disappeared on me. Adorable little yellow goatfish. Another very pretty ornate leopard wrasse. Absolutely gorgeous fish. As well as a nice big sailfin tang, another big gorgeous one spot fox face, and of course right at the end there, the Midas Lenny makes an appearance. Nice big healthy chunky Midas Lenny too. And skipping around in a bit more random fashion now, we're moving right along to a group of some beautiful firefish starters, hanging out with an absolutely gorgeous yellow angel. And speaking of yellow, we have a handful of gorgeous yellow chorus wrasses in right now, in several different sizes. There's kind of a nice medium size here. We have a couple small ones and one larger one. Very awesome. As well as a beautiful gold-head sleeper goby. And speaking of sleeper gobies, we've got a handful of diamond gobies in right now, including this really awesome pair of diamond gobies. You often do not get pairs of them. They can be quite difficult to sex, and the two different sexes can be quite aggressive to each other. So if you house two males or two females together, they don't like that. So making pairs out of them is not the most common thing, so it is really cool when you do get a pair, because once they are paired off, they love to be together and they hang out next to each other all the time. Absolutely awesome. And of course, we have plenty of also unpaired diamond gobies. Lots of really nice ones in right now. Great for keeping that sand bed clean. And on top of that, we have a beautiful yellow mimic tang. Playing peekaboo with me now. Hanging around back there. There you are, little guy. As well as a handful of these beautiful little Melanaris wrasses and some scissortail gobies. See another one there. And one final, no, incorrect. The second to last really cool sand sifting goby we have this week is the tiger wart-eye goby. Really awesome little sand sifters. Very closely related to the diamond and gold head sleeper gobies, but obviously brandishing that really cool tiger stripe pattern and hanging out in there with them. We have a beautiful royal dotty back, displaying that perfect bisegmented purple and yellow pattern. In there with them, we have a really good looking flame angel. A lot of blue on this one. Absolutely love the look of that flame angel. Or flame back angel. I guess a flame angel is technically different. Really cool though. Awesome pygmy angel species. Really love those. As well as gorgeous dark tomato clown and a nice big Valentini puffer. And as a tease for what's to come later in the video, we have a small handful of some really nice looking wrasses. Starting with this gorgeous Lubbock's wrasse. Moving on up to a beautiful solar wrasse. Hanging out with an adorable little flamingo tang. Absolutely adorable little baby. And one more gorgeous Lubbock's wrasse. Really nice stuff. And now for actually the final of the sand sifting gobies that I mentioned earlier, we have the beautiful twin spot goby, who you can see actively sand sifting here. Really awesome fish, absolutely beautiful. Love those striking twin spot eyes. Speaking of which, there's also the spot chorus wrasse. Awesome, love to see it. Another really, really cool sand-sifting goby, although this is a much smaller species than a lot of the others, so those of you with smaller tanks, really awesome fish. And of course, hanging out next door, another adorable little baby yellow mimic tang and some real cool clowns. And before I run us through the last few really cool fish we have, I'm going to run us through a handful of really awesome invertebrates in the shop right now. Starting out with these beautiful red and white guys, the cocoa worms. Absolutely beautiful feather duster type worm. Very, very pretty, nice, big, robust species. Absolutely love them. We also have little duster cluster colonies, little colony feather dusters. Awesome. Standard feather dusters too, can't go wrong with them. And of course, not invertebrates, but hanging out with them are some adorable little bang-eye cardinals and another awesome pair of white clowns. Continuing on with the invertebrates, we have a handful of the scarlet blood shrimp in both the nice, really big, large sizes, like this big fella here. Real nice, big, chunky, beautiful blood shrimp, as well as a handful of nice little skunk cleaners. We also have a bunch of little scarlet blood shrimp, really awesome guys. Handful of chocolate chip stars, some smaller cleaner shrimps, tons of hermit crabs, bumblebee snails, and emerald crabs. Kind of being blocked by the light there. There we go, some emerald crabs. Man, this guy's really going to town. That's one fun thing about cleaner shrimps I absolutely love. Free pedicures. Or I guess manicure, man on his hand. There you go, buddy. Cool stuff. Alright, 2 more sections to go to round us out for inverts for the week. Starting us out, we have the beautiful coral banded shrimp pair. Really awesome. Love seeing these guys in pairs. They exhibit some really interesting behaviors when they're together. And alongside those, we have a handful of some really nice big peppermint shrimp. Great for anybody with those aptasia issues. Moving right along, beautiful pencil urchin. And a lonely little bachelor coral banded shrimp. And on top of that, we've got this big, beautiful arrow crab. Gorgeous guy, absolutely love him. As well as one of my personal favorites, the gold coral banded shrimps. Just a coral banded shrimp, but a little smaller, a little prettier. I quite like them. And finally, for this section, we have a rock. But it's not a rock. It's a rock lobster. Specifically a slipper lobster. Really adorable little lobster species. Benthic likes to stay on the bottom. Really cute little guys. See if I can show you a better look here. There he is. Oh, there you go. Really cute little lobster species. I absolutely love them. And for our last foyer in the invertebrate section of the week, we have anemones. Starting us out with a beautiful blue and white saddleback anemone, or just saddle or white carpet. They go by 10 different names. Really pretty anemone. And we have a handful of some really nice white long tentacle anemones. But even cooler than that, we have a handful of neon green long tentacle anemones. So this pair of wild percula clowns really seems to have taken a liking to. We also have the big gorgeous green carpet right in the middle of those two there, and a handful of little maxi mini carpets. Lots of really nice anemones right now. And moving right along to our last fish section before the final 2 fish, we have beautiful Tamini tang, a little blue hippo tang, the black ocellaris clown hanging out with a bunch of chromis, as well as one more yellow mimic tang. So, handful of some really cool little baby tangs, some nice dispar anthias, gorgeous 8-line fairy wrasse, really cool fish you may remember from last week, absolutely awesome fish. And finally, one more little -20 that, as usual, immediately hides on me. What a little things, I swear. There's that little face. Oh, and I guess the algae blending wanted to come say hi. Another awesome little fish. Let me tell you, it was an incredibly tough decision choosing who would be featured as the final fish of the week. Because, I mean, how can you not resist this absolutely adorable little face? This is one of the smallest little yellow boxfish I've ever seen. One of the cutest fish in all of saltwater. Absolutely love them. Super adorable. It was so hard not to choose as the final fish of the week. But you'll kind of see why he ended up kind of getting snuffed in the end there. But hey, he still got his 30 seconds of fame. And finally, the reason why poor little adorable boxfish had to come second to last is because of not one, but two incredible wrasses. Starting us off first, absolutely gorgeous male pintail wrasse, and then ending us off with the iridescent beauty itself, the Naoko fairy wrasse. Both two absolutely incredible looking wrasses. Both not very common, but always an absolute treat to see. Look at them in the light, just what beautiful, beautiful fish. As cute as that little boxfish is, look, see, he still gets a little bit of fame. I just couldn't resist. Those are some absolutely gorgeous wrasses. Super happy to see them in right now. Especially the Naokos. I've been seeing a handful of pintails. They are still my favorite wrasse, but I've seen a handful of them recently, but I haven't seen a nice looking Naoko like that in a while. So, absolutely awesome stuff. Love to see it. Great way to end the week. Alrighty guys, that's going to do it for this week's video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and any of our newer local customers looking for anything cool or interesting like that adorable little boxfish, feel free to email us at contact@exoticaquatic.com. We'd love to see them get in for you. Till next time.